A few months ago, an explosive suicide drone hit a few streets away from our home. Most families in our community had no plan, no cash, no exit. They were frozen at the kitchen table, refreshing the news constantly. I was already moving. Flights pulled up, cash counted, passports out. I was not at the airport yet, but I was already planning it. The difference was not courage. It was not luck, and it was not a 3 months emergency fund. I'm Morgan. I manage a 7-figure portfolio. I've lived through 2 revolutions in Egypt, and I exited 2 companies successfully. I know what the margin of safety actually has to look like. Today, the truth about emergency funds. Why the standard advice is dangerously wrong and the number your family actually needs. Point 1, the 3 months myth. Most personal finance advice tells you the same thing. Save 3 months of expenses, you're covered. That advice was built for one scenario: a clean job loss in a stable economy. But a clean job loss is not the only thing that hits a family. A medical crisis hits, a regional disruption hits, a car that dies the same week as a leaking roof hits. 2 emergencies stacking inside 1 quarter hits. 3 months covers the textbook problem. It does not cover real life. In Egypt, during the revolution, I watched this play out in real time. Banks closed for weeks, not slowed down, closed. Families with 3 months of savings burned through it before the country had finished restarting. They had already run out of money. 3 months is not a buffer. It's a trapdoor with a timer set short. Most parents I work with are operating on this exact assumption. They feel responsible. They feel covered. They're calculating off the wrong number. That is a surface problem. The bigger one is the math underneath. The number nobody actually teaches you. This is the kind of structure I break down every Tuesday on this channel. If you're a parent who wants to get smarter with money in 15 minutes a week, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Point 2, the real number, TRN. Here's the math nobody teaches you. The real number is not 3 months of salary. It is 12 months of expenses. 12 months of expenses, not salary. Salary is irrelevant. Lifestyle spending is irrelevant. Only the cost of keeping life running matters. That is what I call the real number. 12 months of essentials. Take your monthly essentials only. Rent, utilities, groceries, insurance, transport, minimum debt payments. Multiply by 12. That is the real number. Kind of like fuel for a long road trip. You do not measure it by what fits in the tank. You measure it by how far you need to go. I know exactly what most of you are thinking right now. There's no way I can save 12 months of expenses. Hold that thought. We are coming to this. First, why 12, not 3? 3 months funds a job search. 12 months funds a full recovery. 3 months means panic decisions. 12 months means choices. 3 months gets liquidated in week 1 of a real crisis. 12 months gives the family time to think. Knowing the number is not the same as having it. Next is why most families never get there. Point 3, the leftover trap. Most parents already know they should save more. That is not the problem. The problem is the silent trap that drains the fund before it ever gets built. Most families try to save what's left over at the end of the month. Nothing is ever left over. This is not a discipline problem. It's a design problem. The system puts savings last in line. Bills get paid, comforts get spent, the kids need things. Whatever survives gets called savings. 6 months later, the family is quietly behind, quietly stressed, wondering what they did wrong. They did nothing wrong. The order was wrong. So if leftovers do not work, what does? Point 4, the build system. Here is what works. The real number does not get built by saving harder. It gets built by saving first. Pay yourself first. PYF. The day your salary lands, the saving transfer goes out. Before bills, before comforts, before any other decisions. A small amount automated. Set once, forgotten about. Running every month for 12, 24, 36 months. Here's the part most parents push back on. And it's the part that actually works. Most families think they need a plan to spend less. They do not. They need a system that moves the money first, before the spending decision even starts. This is where most families quietly run out of options long before the emergency arrives. Not because they did not care, because the system was working against them. Automation flips the order here. The savings go first. The lifestyle fits around what is left. Kind of like cruise control for your finances. The speed stays steady whether you are paying attention or not. Now you have the number and a system to build it. One mistake left that empties most emergency funds before they ever do their job. Point 5. Where to keep it. This is the one placement mistake that empties most emergency funds in week 1. Most families keep their emergency fund in the same account they spend from. The real number ends up funding takeaways, school trips, a weekend away, whatever felt like an emergency in that moment. Then the actual emergency hits, the fund is gone. The system collapsed before the test started. The fix is structural, not behavioral. Not in the same account you spend from. A separate account. Different bank is optional. The filters that actually matter are these. Highest possible yield. You research it. The fund should earn while it waits. Immediately accessible when you need it. No lockups, no penalties to pull it out. 3 rules. 1 separate account, not mixed with your daily spending. 2. Highest yield that you can find. The money works while it waits. 3. Immediately accessible. The whole point is that it is there the moment you need it. This fund is not for spending, but when the emergency comes, you should be able to reach it the same day. Point 6. The close. 3 months means panic. 12 months means choices. Your family deserves choices. 3 things to take with you. 3 months is the textbook. 12 months is the real number. Build it through pay yourself first, automate it before any other spending decision, keep it in a separate account, highest yield you can find, immediately accessible. Tonight, do one thing. Open your last 3 bank statements, add up only your essentials, multiply by 12. That is your starting real number. If this gave you a calmer way to think about money, save it for your next family money check-in. If you want the system that makes building the real number automatic, watch the video on the 3 zones next. That's where the calm starts.